Welcome to Echo Valley. Well, I like synths, I like keyboards, so here we have an arrangement of different classic synthesizers like the MS-20 or this Farfisa organ, which give us like some amazing sounds not easily reproduced with software or newer synths. Down here, this is my pedal board with some pedals, of course. Some of them built by me, and I really like to tinker with electronics.
Yeah, let me show you some of the drum kits we use. I'm a huge vintage drum guy, and this is our kit that we went on tour on. It's a 71 Gretsch, and that's the kit that Death From Above recorded their first album on. And somehow we got ourselves an amazing Camco drum that actually went out of business a while ago. But the Camco back in the day, it's one of the old famous drum kits that got bought up by another company. And we managed to get one of the best sounding bass drums, I think, in all of Toronto.
That's a 1971 U87 Neumann U87 microphone. That's where all the money goes into stuff like that. Like we have a lot of vintage microphones here, which kind of like helps shape the sound of our albums in a really big way. Classic and not so classic vintage amplifiers here that we all love equally, believe it or not. Trainer amplifiers as well, all tube hand-wired amplifiers from the 60s. If you're looking for an inexpensive boutique amplifier, guitar geeks, I highly recommend finding something like a Trainer Mach 3, you know, and you can just retube it with some EL34s and make it sound like a Marshall.
This is the first band I've played bass in, so I used to play guitar. I usually have more pedals set up, but with the bass you kind of have to strip down a little bit, otherwise it gets a little overwhelming. So
it's an awesome bass though.
Yeah, it's a Fender Mustang short scale. Makes it a little bit more playable. I was playing a baritone bass for a while, which is a 6-string bass guitar. But I switched over to this just because it has a little more punch than the baritone.
We have quite a collection of guitars. Unfortunately, we can't use them all at the same time. We'll find a way one day. But all right. So this is the other half of the studio space. It's called the control room. You see here we have a nice Toft 32 channel recording console. A lot of this stuff is older than everybody here. Oh, in this piece here, which was built by this is a handmade, homemade copy of the famous SSLG compressor, which Al P was kind enough to build for. I don't know if you know who Al P is. He's half Mastercraft. Oh yeah, everyone's pointing at this or these things here. These are a couple of other interesting pieces. Of course, we have a tape machine. It's our what you call a 2-track tape machine for doing your mixes down to and various tape effects. And here we have this is my favorite plugin for all you geeks out there who know what a plugin is. This is called a reverb. This is what a reverb unit actually looks like when it's not in a computer. It's a AKG spring. So this box is actually an echo chamber. It sends a sound into itself and records it back. So that, I think, concludes the control room portion of the tour.
Forgot the coffee machine, man.
Oh yeah.
The most important thing in the studio.
Over there is a nice coffee machine and a beer fridge, of course.
Keeps us going, man.